What's going on, everybody? This is Bryan from the Ben and Bryan Show. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about the Carolina Panthers traveling all the way to the Atlanta Falcons. Ben, what's your thought on this game?
Well, my thought is still basically the same for the Falcons. My prediction last week against the Packers on the Monday night game, I mean, it wasn't completely on par, but the part about them losing was on point. So I expect things to continue for them to struggle. Their defense looks bad. Panthers are actually not looking as bad as I thought. They played well against the Cards. Uh, Robbie Anderson seems like he's coming in pretty well for the Carolina to being slotted as maybe their wide receiver one, taking over DJ Moore's spot. That backup there, it's not looking too shabby either as running back filling in the shoes of Christian McCaffrey. Uh, Also, we have Julio Jones questionable again. He went out on the second half of the game, and the Packers stayed out, re-injuring his hamstring possibly. He's day to day. We don't know what his status is, but obviously Calvin Ridley is doing well. Russell Gage has stepped up well in his absence. Uh, Falcons offensively good, defensively trash. They're about the Cowboys level. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and say the Panthers come in, they're home and win in the Georgia Dome. I just I'd have to see better things coming out of that defense in Atlanta to finally pick them for a game to win.
That's a good point. It's really difficult right now to really see who the Falcons really are because they've gone up in a few games where they were leading, and they shit the bed both times, um, back to back weeks or whatever. I just I just don't understand what the deal is. Like on paper they look really good. Todd Gurley had a few touchdowns I believe last week. Um, they rest him quite a bit too in between plays because of his knees been bothering him, but that's pretty much the story of his career. Uh, and for Carolina, I mean, Teddy Two Gloves is definitely playing a lot better than what I expected him to. Like, if they were talking about fucking tanking for Trevor Lawrence, I don't think he got the memo because he's playing like a quarterback that wants to keep his starting job. Um, I really want to take the Falcons because I think that they're due for a win, but they're just like you said, their defense just can't stop anybody. So that's pretty much why I'm taking the Panthers in this game.
Yeah. I also stumbled across some articles about possibly Dan Quinn. They're like, will Dan Quinn take Robert Sala's spot as a defensive coordinator in case Sala gets the head coaching job? Because he got offered one at Michigan State, but he declined it because we were on our revenge tour that abruptly ended with all these injuries. So I guess with all those talks about it is they're probably looking to fire him in Atlanta. Um,
Oh,
be weird because he served as he was the coach, obviously, when Shanahan was the offensive coordinator there, and he kind of odd to see him working under Shanahan now. But that's the way it goes sometimes in the NFL.
well, for sure. And like I know it's just a rumor mill going on, but with Bill O'Brien getting fired with the Texans, I've also heard that people are talking about Debo, or what the hell is his name? The coach for the Clemson Tigers, Debo something.
Dabo Sweeney,
Yeah, Dabo Sweeney.
Sweeney, Dabo Sweeney, I think. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name. Dabo Sweeney, I
Yeah,
think.
Dabo. Yeah, they're talking about the Texans possibly going after him to hire him as their new coach or whatever. I just don't think. I mean, why would you want to take the chances of leaving a cake job? I mean, it ain't a cake job, but like he's one of the best coaches in the college football right now. So like, why would you want to risk starting all over again in the NFL? I mean, they don't call it not for long for a reason. I did like the way that Bill O'Brien fucking went out. I was, pretty impressed with the way that he handled the situation. Like he had a press conference and everything. Like he thanked the organization and stuff. Like most coaches, they just like once they get fired, you don't hear nothing from them until they get their next coaching job or whatever. So I think that was pretty class act on his part for doing that. So.
Well, another news report was saying that him and JJ Watt got into it in one of the practices, got into a big argument. So that seems to be kind of a rumor mill going around too. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'd have to look up into that article more and follow up. But maybe that was some of the tension too. They really like Watt as the face of the franchise.
Well, and then I also heard too, though, that they felt like them basically giving up everything for Laramie Tunsil was kind of like the killer. Like they were heading down that road where they were going to pretty much get rid of him if he didn't win last week. Because on paper they should not be losing every freaking week.
So, well, I mean, I think it was too early in the season, man. They just went to the playoffs the year before. So they start off bad. Yeah, it looks bad. It sucks. But, I mean, how's Adam Gase? What's up with the Jets organization? Those guys haven't sniffed the playoffs since that dude's been there.
Yeah.
And he's just continuously losing and making terrible, terrible choices. Like, how is this guy still in there? And
well, and Bill O'Brien is the. I know we're supposed to be talking about the Panthers and the Falcons, but the Bill O'Brien's the only coach in the NFL that got fired with a winning record. I mean, usually, not this season, obviously, but like overall record, he has way over 500 for winning, and they still fired him. Like it's. A lot of teams would love to have his overall record, but it is the way of the business, So
I think he'll get a job soon in the NFL still. I think just the DeAndre Hopkins trade kind of put the fucking kibosh to really. I think that kind of upset a lot of Texans fans. Reasonably so. Hopkins is badass, but maybe they couldn't really afford him. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they could have afforded him if they didn't go out and get Laramie Tunsil, but oh well, live and learn, I guess. Sucks to be them, I guess. So,
hey guys, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. Find it. You should be able to find it. I shouldn't have to tell you where it is.
Just search for the Ben and Bryan Show on YouTube or at the B&B Sports Show podcast on Facebook. We have a Twitter account, and that's also the Ben and Bryan Show, but we don't really use that right now. But
it's seldom used.
Yeah. But if you like what you saw on our latest video, you should probably like one of these, this, down here, over there, wherever. Just click on that and continue.
Please subscribe and like. View the rest of our videos. We are your favorite rated R sports guys.
And if you don't, go fuck yourself.